Hi everybody, Skipper Darrell here, and I am in beautiful Denver, Colorado, where I am waiting to renew my driver's license. While I'm doing that, watch this video about the tools I use to plan a cruising season here on the Why Not Great Lakes Grand Tour. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell to receive notifications, like this video, comment, and share it. So how do I do this? Let's start with the hardware. First, there's my trusty old Toshiba satellite laptop computer. It's not the fastest or fanciest computer, but it gets the job done. And it has plenty of power to run software that, while they may be available for my Android devices, it's just easier to run them on the Toshiba, and I can see them better too. Weather-related sites like the National Weather Service, Environment Canada, and Windy are especially easier to see on the laptop. And speaking of weather websites, one of my new favorites is a site dedicated to weather on the Great Lakes called liveaboard.com. Next are the websites I use to investigate destinations. I use Active Captain and Waterway Guide for info on marinas. They're great resources. But for the Great Lakes specifically, there's another important source I access only on my laptop. That is the website of the Great Lakes Cruising Club. It's a membership organization like the American Great Loop Cruisers Association, except the breadth and depth of the resources on the GLCC website, glcclub.com, is much, much greater. It has detailed reports on every port, every marina, every anchorage on the Great Lakes and their connecting waterways. It's quite impressive. Now, this season we're using our RV, Whatnot, to get us back and forth from Denver to Why Not in New York State. It's a whole new thing for us, and of course I'm planning our road trips too. For that, and again it's easier to use the site on my laptop, is goodsam.com. We're also members. It's actually a very robust and full-featured site. Its most impressive feature is their trip planner. It measures miles, tracks and plans, routes, and can access info on every single RV campground and park in the United States and Canada, including Good Sam parks, KOA campgrounds, private RV parks, and state and national parks. It's not unlike using the auto route tool on Navionics to plot routes from one Active Captain destination to another, but there's much more information available. Now, on to my Android devices. My phone is a Pixel 2, and I have just about every boating app there is. Active Captain, Waterway Guide, NOAA, Windy, Radar Scope, all kinds of weather apps, an anchor alarm, and just about anything else I can cram in it. I really don't use it much for planning purposes though. It's more of a tool to use once underway, and FYI, I shoot all my videos and take pics on it. But the most important device is my tablet. It's a Galaxy S5e, a new upgrade this season from the generic tablet I had been using. It has one job and one job only: navigation using Navionics. And I'm not kidding about the one job only thing. Seriously, I don't use it for anything else. Let me get deeper into this. Here's how I use my planning Jedi powers. We think we're active cruisers. When we get on the boat, we get a move on, and we generally don't linger too long in any one place. In our minds, there's always someplace else to explore. So, first, I do all of my destination planning. That is, I make an outline in pencil of all the destinations we'd like to go to during a season and in the order we want to get to them. That includes identifying the mooring and marina situations that work for us. After I have that list, I get on Navionics on my laptop and plot out all the routes to all the destinations as a rough draft, so to speak. I use these to keep track of times and distances, as well as to identify glitches in the destination list, like we end up with a route that is too long or unnecessarily complicated. For instance, when I made my rough routes for this upcoming season, I found it made more sense to cross Lake Ontario from the US to Canada and back a couple of times than go around the lake to our destinations as I originally planned. So, now I have the entire season plotted out. The beauty of Navionics in my scheme, and I guess this is available with other nav apps as well, Navionics stores all of the routes I plotted roughly in their cloud. Then, as it gets closer to a particular cruising day, I find some kind of Wi-Fi at a marina or whatever and sync all of the routes to the Navionics app on my tablet. Then, just before the day of a route comes up, I do what I call polishing a route. That is, I get into much greater detail of positioning, waypoints, and the like. It's that polished route that I then use on a day's cruise. So, in review, my Persnickety planning breaks down like this. Step 1. I determine our destinations. Where are we going? Step 2. I create an itinerary. What order do we hit the destinations and approximately when? Step 3. I match our boat to available moorings and marinas at a destination. Step 4. I plot all of the routes roughly on the Navionics website on my laptop. Step 5. I polish a route synced on the Navionics app on my tablet as we get closer to that cruising day. And step 6, go boat. We are gone. That's it. The detail work can be a lot of fun, and as a goal-setting enthusiast, it can be very exhilarating sometimes. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below, and I look forward to seeing you next week on the Why Not Great Lakes Grand Tour.